All right, so gi class this week, we're working on bottom side control escapes, and we're gonna start off with Luke in top side, with a top side head and arm configuration and just neutral hips. This is the most common form of side control that we'll find ourselves in. So the first thing I gotta do is get my arms in play, because with my arms on the outside here, they're doing me no good. So first things first, I'm gonna get my right elbow and forearm in the crease of Luke's hip here. So to start, it's not always very easy just to drop my elbow in, especially if Luke's just doing a good job of keeping this arm hiked up onto his hip. So I'm going to start to press my arm down, move my head away so that I can slip my elbow into the crease there. So if you're ever having a hard time, it's kind of like you're extending your arm down and away, almost like you're doing a tricep extension with a straight arm, and then your elbow should be able to find that space. Now, my left arm, if I can, I'm gonna try to get it underneath the chin here and get a nice little four-finger grip on the shoulder. Sometimes you can't, and so this over the back position is not so bad either, where you can bridge and kind of give a good old bicep punch, and that might give you the space you need to get your shin in place. But sometimes that also will help you get your arm in place in the first position, so you can kind of bridge, punch, and then slip your arm underneath if you weren't able to get your shin engaged. And now you've got this nice grip. You can walk your hand around the shoulder, and now your forearm is gonna be underneath that chin. Now, regardless of how we choose to do that, we're gonna use our left arm to bridge and drive our elbow up high so that we can slip our right shin right on the belt line of our partner here. When we get this in, 2 feet are coming up, and now we need to get our hands to work. So I'm gonna take my right hand. If I've got my arm underneath, I like this little 10-finger grip here, little Gordon Ryan technique. And from this position, I'm gonna drive with all 4 limbs and extend my back. Now, as I come away, I need to get my hand into the space here to make sure I don't get Luke's hand coming right back in and driving me back into my back. So I bring my hand in, and I'm gonna start to block. Now, simplest form, let's just turn this way a little bit, Luke. Simplest form here is I'm just gonna take my top side leg, switch it underneath, grab the back of the tricep, push with my top leg, pull with my bottom leg, and shoot my legs through to pull this back into closed guard. Or we can go on the attack, as some of us were doing, where once we're in this position here, we can start to get our legs up and around the person's shoulders with a clamp and start to attack triangles, arm bars, and omoplates. But for right now, we're just gonna focus on getting back to closed guard. So one more time here, we're in this bottom side control, top side head and arm configuration. My right arm needs to get in play, so I'm gonna drive off the hip, push my head away, and slip my elbow in. Now from here again, I can drive my feet into the ground, bridge and punch, or maybe I can slip my hand underneath without exposing an Americana here by just letting my arm flail in the wind. Also, little side note, I wanna keep my knee nice and close to the hip at all times, whether I'm here with my foot and ankle resting on my knee or just kind of actively engaged here, because sometimes you can just kind of catch your partner slipping and you can trip away a little bit and get your knee in place. But if I can, I'm gonna bring my hand underneath, get it right to the shoulder blade, hold it on nice and tight, and then I bridge, drive that chin up and over, very uncomfortable for the top person, bail back, slide my knee in place, double up with a 10-finger grip, I bring my feet to feet, and I push. All 4 limbs, bring my hand around, find that elbow crease, and again, nice and simple, I drop my top leg in, grab the back of the tricep, push with my top leg, pull with my bottom leg, shoot it around the corner, and then draw this person into my close guard. So again, simplest form of side control, the one that you'll see the most often is that top side head and arm with neutral legs, and this knee elbow escape is gonna work really nicely against that.